This was the ultimate survival food of our forefathers. Cooled and sewn into bison hide bags weighing 90 pounds, it was an extremely dense, high-protein and high-energy food. A single pound provided about 3,500 calories. This is one of the lost foods that can stay good for many years without refrigeration. Ultimately, it fueled the fur trade all over North America and Canada, fed settlers in the northern Great Plains, and even helped explorers reach the South Pole safely. The natives who invented it would eat it year-round and survive solely on it for months at a time. They had a bad hunting season with absolutely no ill effects. This superfood provides your body with everything it needs to survive and stay healthy. And nowadays, it's not made anymore, but today I'm going to share with you its long-forgotten recipe. You can add it to your own stockpile. We no longer know how to live without refrigerators, without cars, without phones, or without supermarkets. What will you do tomorrow if you simply are unable to buy things? I sometimes even think we're kidding ourselves with our bug-out bags and with our 3-day food rations. Wouldn't we be better off looking at what the pioneers took with them when they traveled from Independence, Missouri all the way to Oregon City? Game meat was unreliable even then, so don't think that they made this 5-month journey counting only on that. If your life depended on this, what bug-out bag would you take with you? I know I would stick with what the pioneer had with him. He had to travel weeks on end without much help while taking cover from some native tribes at the same time. And this is just a small, tiny example. I don't want to see our forefathers' knowledge disappear into the darkness of time. If you care for your family and what America stands for, then neither should you. I wanted to unearth and learn the forgotten ways of our great-grandparents. So I came up with this great idea to edit all my manuscripts to turn all this lost knowledge into one of the greatest books of this century, The Lost Ways, saving our forefathers' skills. By knowing the ways of our forefathers, believe it or not, you're covered for anything. You'll never have to spend money on any prepping material again. Forget about unreliable and expensive modern survival equipment. Why even bother reinventing the wheel when these things have been working right for centuries? The Lost Ways prepares you to deal with worst-case scenarios with a minimum amount of resources, just like our forefathers lived their lives, totally independent from electricity, cars, and modern technology whatsoever. You'll have the power to protect and save your family, even to rebuild your community during the worst of times. Click on the button below and secure your copy. Well, this presentation is still running. Don't let this knowledge disappear into the darkness of time, because in the next crisis, when death will stare you in the eye, this is the only time-tested life vest that you and your family can hang on to. We're not used to thinking about what to eat or how to procure food for our children. Again, don't take anything for granted because we're living in good times now. Our grandfathers and great-grandfathers were the last generation to practice the basic things that we call survival skills now. Our grandparents didn't pass these skills on to us in our bloodstream, and neither will you to your children or your nieces and nephews.
For this amazing survival book, click below.